Hey, so hey guys, welcome guys to this new video. So we're going to start exploring the features of HTML. So we're going to start HTML from scratch up to the pro level, so understand every main concept of HTML. So if you've ever wanted to build a website or create amazing web pages from scratch, you're in the right place. So whether you're a complete beginner or someone looking for sharpening your skills, so this course will guide you through everything step by step, and you will just understand everything and all the main concept of HTML, starting by building the block of a web page. As you know, HTML is like a foundation of building a website, because it just gives us the structure of the website that we just want to build. So we cover everything from the basics like structuring your first web pages to more advanced topics like working with forms, embedding medias, and using modern HTML5 tags for better cleaner code. So by the end of this course, you will have the skills to create your own full functional responsive web page. And don't worry, I'll be breaking everything down into the easy to follow sections. Okay, so next guys, let's go to the requirements of taking this course. If you just want to take this course, here's the thing that you will need. So you'll be needing a browser, so you're gonna execute your codes, and you also need a code editor. So you can use code editors like Sublime Text or VS Code, but I highly recommend you using VS Code as your code editor, because I will show you so many tricks using VS Code. Okay, so once you're ready with the requirements, there's the next thing that you should understand. So how to take this course. Okay, so don't want this course to be like other courses where you learn things and find yourself without understanding anything. So all I need to do, I need to tell you the tips to take this course. All you need to do is you should have a notebook where you can write the main basic concept, and don't ever follow things as I'm doing them when I type any line of code. So you just type it too. That will let you to not understand anything. So all you need to do is to follow me as I explain everything, so that you can just maybe watch the video for the second time, and that's when you're gonna start typing the code if you don't just remember the code. But the main thing that I want in this course is for you to understand.
Searching for meaning in a world so vast, my purpose revealing, drifting through the haze, trying to find my way in the depths of my soul.
Okay, so welcome guys, and welcome back to the course. So we're going to start with HTML codes and understand everything step by step. So first of all, we need the folder where we'll be the folder we'll be using as our source of our project, and I need to drag this folder into my VS Code because we've decided to use VS Code as our code editor. Next, we're gonna go here inside VS Code, and now our folder is here. We've dragged it into, and if you don't know how to drag the folder, so should you go in File and click on here Open Folder, and then choose the folder, and then the folder will be inserted into your VS Code. First of all, here's a simple web page that I want us to create right now. So this is our goal, and we're gonna learn how to create all this. So first of all, before you go search file, there's few things I just wanted you to keep in mind. So there is first of all this heading called this node that you see up here. This is known as the title of the web page, and here there is a heading. This one is known as the heading, and this is the biggest heading, known as the heading 1, and this is the next heading, which is known as the heading 2, and finally this is heading 3. And all these headings can just go up to the heading 6, which is the smallest. Starting from heading 1 is the biggest, and heading 6 is the smallest. And guys, here we have a paragraph, and you see this is a paragraph, and here we have a link. So this is a hyperlink. In HTML, a link is known as a hyperlink. Means that if a text is linked to another web page, it's known as a hyperlink. So on here we have an HTML text formatting. So in text formatting, it includes so many things such as bold, such as italic text, or such as subscript and subscript. and there is the marked text or highlighted text, and there is deleted text, there is keyboard input text, and there is reference to a source text. But we're gonna learn the most commonly used formats in HTML. So there is working with list. So there are two types of list, which are ordered list and unordered list. The ordered list counts from 1 up to 3, but the unordered list does not count. So let's start by creating our new file. In our folder, we'll create a new file, naming it index.html. You know that every HTML file should just include this extension .html. Okay, once it's ready, so there's one thing that you should keep in mind. So we start by defining an HTML tag. So a tag should be opened like this and even closed. Every tag should be opened and finally be closed. And next, after the HTML tag, so here's our document that we're using. We need to define a head, and inside this head, this is where the title should go. We add a title, and this title should be called yourself. Now you see that the title is here. Okay, so you're not yet getting the title, so now it's ready, and I should reduce this thing. And next we need to create a body. So the body and the head should go inside HTML tag. And once we have this, we're good to go and we can just start by our content. So first of all, as I've told you, we're gonna start by the basic most commonly used elements of HTML, starting from heading. So the first one is heading. And this is the heading 1. And I've told you that the headings are from heading 1 up to heading 6. So let's use heading 6 here, its size. So this is heading 6. You see that heading 6 is the smallest. Once heading 2 is smaller than the heading 1. So as I've told you, heading 1 is the biggest and other headings are the smallest. So next we go to the paragraph. In every website we need to create a paragraph. So if you're using VS Code, there is a quick way to create a paragraph. So just type lolm like this one. So there will be a quick paragraph that will be inserted into your document. But once we're still here in our paragraphs, there's one thing that you might ask yourself. So you may ask yourself, but if I just want to black my paragraph like right here, how can I do that? So in most cases, you'll be needing to create a new paragraph, but if you don't want to create a new paragraph, the best way is to use the tag called beer, meaning break. But if you use a new paragraph, here's what will happen. So let's create a new paragraph. We say hello. Okay, so we have a new paragraph. And you see that here there is a space, but when we just use the break command, does not add an additional space. So this is the difference between adding a new paragraph and breaking the word. Okay, so next we go to the next concept, which is also one of the most commonly used HTML elements, and this is known as a link. So in every website you will see links, and here we're gonna create a new paragraph, and we're gonna say, for more information click, and then we add a link, and we say, so if you don't exactly have where you want to link your hyperlink, so you can simply add a hash. But before you go so far, let me explain something. So HTML tags, I've told you, appears like this one, but today or right now I used something which looks new to you if you were a beginner in HTML. So this is called an attribute, and this is defines the characteristics of an element. As I've told you, this is an element itself, and this heading is an element. Every tag is also considered as an element. So we're gonna add a hash or add like your website, for example blue.com, like this one, and I'm gonna add here. Okay, let me simply add here. Okay, simple like this. For more information, click here, and you see that when I just hover this, you see that this one is hyperlinked to blue, and as I click, the blue page will be open. But this is not what we need right now. So let's go to the main, to the next most used concept, which is known as a button. So a button, you've seen in many websites, you see buttons, and that's why I decided to show you this feature. So it's very simple. We just use the word button and we say click me, just simply like this, and this is a button. Okay, so now we have a button and you can just click our button. So one thing I can tell you is that you will see this orange color. So what I can tell you is that this orange color is not common in all browsers. This is because I'm using Safari. If you're using Chrome, you won't see the same experience. You will see your own experience. And finally, so one other element that you will see the most is called an image. So it's very simple, and we're gonna use like image like this one. Because we're using VS Code, we get an auto attributes. So whenever we create an image tag, as I told you, every element should be open and closed, but there is elements which does not get closed. We just simply do it like this, or just leave it like this. We don't need to close an image. We only close the elements which will be holding a data inside them. For example, this button will be holding a text inside it, and this paragraph will be holding a text. So that's why we need to close it. For the image, it's very simple. So we need to add a source. And if you're using VS Code, you get this feature. So if you do /, you see the folders inside your directory. So I can just use main. And here is an image, and we're gonna use this image, but this image appears to be large. We can just reduce the size of this image as simple as this using the width attribute, and we're gonna set it to 300 pixels. Now we have changed, and now we need this button to go down here, not on the left side, and I'm gonna tell you why this button is going on this side. So there are different types of elements in HTML. So there is block elements and inline elements. For example, for example, right here, this link is an inline element because it does not take its own line. It continues on the same line where other elements were on. For example, if I create a div here, and this is another element called a div, and I say I am like this one, you see that it takes a new line because it's a block element. And guys, that's what I want to show you. And next, guys, let's go fix this problem. So if we have this problem, so we're gonna go here on the image, at the end of the image right here, and or just between these two elements, and we add a new tag called break. And this tag can even be, as I've told you, there are tags which don't get crossed. This tag also don't get crossed. Okay, so now we're done by the basics, and let's go on this template and see what's the next we're going to do the next. So next we're going to go on the code formatting, how to format the text, text formatting. So let's add a new heading, and we're gonna say text formatting. in most of the cases we need different text formats, like making the text bold, like making the text italic, like changing the font of the text. And with that we can just use I want to show you the tags that we'll be using to do those tasks. So first of all, one of the most common thing that you will need is to make the text to make your text bold. And this is actually very simple. So we say here is a bold text, okay, like this, and we're gonna make this text bold. So to do this is very simple. So we say we open a new tag which is called B. The B means bold, and we're gonna close it up here. And now here's the about text, and now you see that the text is very bold. And next, guys, we're gonna use an italic text. So we say here is italic text. And to do an italic text is also very simple. So we use the I tag, the tag called I, which means italic, and we close up like this. And make sure we break this, okay. Now it's clear. So here is an italic text. And finally you can just check for another one. So there is applying a power of a number or a base of a number. It's very simple. Okay, we're gonna do like this. Span. Okay, this span is an inline element used to hold data, so that's why I'm using the span inside here, and I use 2. Okay, instead to make it more understandable, so let's use 2 itself, starting with a break, and we use 2, and we just need 2.2, and it's very simple. We say sup. Okay, simple as this, sup, and we say 2 inside here, and see now we got 2.2, and we need to do 2 base 10, and it's very simple too. And we start by breaking, and we're gonna do 2 and then sub base 10 like this one. You see now we got our numbers. Okay guys, when it comes to attributes, there is one more thing I need to tell you as we're getting to the end of this main concept. So there is something called grouping elements together. For example, we can say that this is a section, and this upper part can be grouped together, all this upper part, because they are of the same content. So to do this is very simple. So all we need to do is to go here. If you're using VS Code, this is going to be a simple task, but if you're using another code editor, so I'm going to show you how you can just do this. So first of all, we open up a new div in here, and this div should be closed on the button, so it's here, and now we do close the div. As simple as this. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I just want to make this hidden, so I use an attribute called hidden, and now it's hidden. We can only focus on this. Next guys, what we need to see is the marked text, the text which is marked. Okay, let's break here, and we say how to format text, text in HTML. And we need to make this format text to make it highlighted. Okay, so we use a tag called mark mark like this one. It's also known as a marked text, and we're gonna close it here. Okay, so now it's ready. And if you just wanna underline this line like this one, this word, so we use U, simply use U, and this will be underlined text. And one more thing I can tell you is that we can just use all this called formatting at the same time. For example, we're gonna make this at the same time highlighted and at the same time bold. It's very simple, so we add a new tag B here and we close it here like this one. As you can see, it's very simple. So let's make this also, we're gonna make it italic like this one, and close up here italic. It is both italic and also underlined. So guys, let's move on to the next concept. So you might be asking, how can you just make this deleted text like this one? So let me show you it as the last one. So to make a deleted text is very simple. So we can just make like this one. Okay, we say we use the dir tag like $200. Okay, here's the deleted text. And finally guys, what I need to show you is the lists. In coding or in creating a website, you'll be seeing different types of lists or the listed items, and today I'm going to show you how I can just make this list. And this is mostly used in the blogs. Okay, so let's add a new heading like here, and we say heading 1, and this is gonna be like, okay, we say it's types of lists. Okay, so here's the types of lists, and so the first one is called, using heading 2, we say the first one is called ordered list. And here's how to implement the ordered list. So first of all, we use and next we use li, which means list item. We just open the tag and then close the tag at the same time. So we say this is the item. This is a list item. And let's copy this for 3 times. And finally we get our ordered list. Next we go to the next concept, which is in ordered list. So heading 2, it's an ordered list. Okay, here's an ordered list, and so to define another list is also simple. We use UR. You can even guess this. So it's UR, and we use li for the list item, and here's the list item. So as you can see, the main difference between this is that one, the ordered list is numbered, and the second one is not numbered. It's just the dots. You can not even know which is this the first item, this is the second item, because it is not numbered. But this is an ordered list which is unnumbered. And guys, here's the final what we've learned in summary. So we started by the headings, where the headings are from heading 1 up to heading 6, and as we move higher in number, that's the smaller the heading became. So there are also the paragraphs I've seen. This is a paragraph, and we've learned how to break the word, how to break HTML elements, breaking a word, difference between breaking word and creating a new paragraph. Okay, we learned how to create hyperlinks like this one, and we also learned how to add an image in your web page, and we also learned how to create a buttons in your web page, and we also learned how to format the text, like adding the bold italic, and also adding the powers and bases, like highlighting and underlining, and even deleting the text. So there are also the types of lists, which are ordered list and in-ordered list. So guys, that's the summary of all we've learned in this course, and the next course will be continuing from where we've stopped, and all we need you guys is to understand the main concept of HTML and understand HTML. And this is what this video was doing for you guys. Okay, so hey everyone, thank you for watching this video. I'm Snowy Code Instructor, guiding you everything step by step. And one more thing I'll ask you guys, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel called Snow, so make sure you subscribe and add a like to this video if it's all interested, and also consider sharing to your friends. So thanks for watching.
Drifting